the purpose of this is to get your body weight pushing off the back foot onto the front foot, bang, forwards. So if the ball's really close to you, then all you have to do is from your split step, step out with the right foot and get sideways. So we can rotate forwards. And when we step out, we're planting this right foot by turning it sideways. And then we can plant the left foot sideways. That's before we rotate into the shot. So the important thing when we're doing this footwork is that we're moving this right foot out and we're getting it set in a position behind the ball. So when we line our feet up, we can line them towards the target. Okay, this is called the neutral position, neutral stance. If we were to not step out with our right foot and just step across, like sometimes you do, this is a semi-closed position and we can't get our body weight through the shot quite as easily. Our body weight wants to go in the line of our feet. So if I was going to draw a line between my toes, that's the direction my body weight would want to go. Okay, so it's really important that we try as much as we can to line those toes up in the right direction, and we do that by setting our right foot in the right position. So if we didn't step out far enough with this right foot, we'd have to come across. I would call that a shortcut. Okay, so line that up and line those feet up. If that front foot is pointing forwards, then we can't rotate, we will step forwards, and that's not what we want. To get more power and spin, we need to be sideways with that front foot. I want you to spin forwards on that front foot and catch yourself on the right foot. Yeah, see how it's a step forwards for you? At the moment you step with your front foot forwards and then you step forwards. I want you to get that front foot sideways and spin forwards on the front of your, that's it. Yeah, when you spin forwards, I see you going backwards a bit. Okay, so I want you to make sure that you go forwards. Now, tennis stance, split step, right foot, left foot. I've got them lined up, they're both sideways. I can spin on the ball of my foot. Now what you're doing is you're spinning, you can try and work that out, 220 degrees. You're spinning all the way around to there at the moment. Now, I want you to spin 100 degrees. So I can line my toes up back to the middle, because at this position I can recover. If I even rotate, say 180 degrees, I can push this way, but I can't push that way. Okay, so it's no good for me to recover with. You're right eye dominant. Okay, so the fact that you've been hitting your shots in the semi-closed position, like this, cutting across with this foot. If I close my left eye now, so I'm using only my right eye, which is your dominant eye, you'll notice that you can't see the target. And you might not even be able to see the ball with your dominant eye. You've been using your left eye to try and hit, your weaker eye to try and hit the ball in that shot. So this is the one shot that you can't use with your forehand. It's the one that you've been using the most. That semi-closed position, okay? Now at the very minimum, at the very least, you can get your feet lined up into the neutral position, and you see, if you get into your neutral position, if you close your left eye, you can still see the target as long as your head's forwards. So that's fine. But what's going to be useful for you is hitting that shot in the open stance a little bit more often. But if you can, it's always better to get into that neutral stance whilst keeping your head forward so you can see the ball. So what you're going to do, instead of coming across like this, is you're going to plant your right foot out, and if you haven't got time, you can hit the shot like that. This is the open stance position. You can hit that shot fine. Much better than being in this position. Okay, if you've got time, you're in the right position with that foot to step forwards, and with your feet lined up and your head forwards, you can still see the ball. But we need our body weight going up. So if you're hitting it there and landing as you hit, your body's actually going down. So you make sure you've got enough time to lift off that front leg. It's going to give you that top spin you need. So you've got that open stance shot there, where if you get into it, you're going to push up and lift into the shot. Now sometimes you think you've got time to step forwards, but what I'm seeing is that you step onto the ball as you hit. Now this is fine for a volley or a return of serve where you don't necessarily need to topspin, but on your ground strokes you need topspin, so make sure you've got time to plant that front foot and then lift on that front leg.